Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to beautiful, stunning Geirangerfjord. And I'm excited to be bringing this one to you. I love a helicopter, as you know. And here we have the Miltech and Stratoware MMB Bo 105, just been released today. And I'm really excited to give it a flight up here in the beautiful Norwegian mountains. Yes, we are in a Dutch air ambulance in the Norwegian mountains, but what the hell, it's a flight simulator, and you know I love a yellow helicopter. So really interested to give this one a try. This is very much a first impressions. I've not flown it yet. I've only just downloaded it, and we're going to take it for a flight up and around, get an idea of the handling of the helicopter. So it's kind of really dialing into it, so you won't be seeing, certainly won't be seeing any expert Bo 105 flying this evening, but it's what I tend to like to do. It's a good old training flight, just to take the helicopter up, see how it feels, see how it responds. Anyway, enough of my waffling. Let's get in this helicopter and let's get going. Okay, so here we are in the cockpit. We've got the doors open here. One thing that I did find when I loaded in to set up for the video is that, frustratingly, you cannot open the pilot door without it going into walk around mode. To demonstrate, if I do that, we suddenly get ejected out here and the door closes. I hope at some point that's something that they change. It's a minor thing, it's a little thing, but it kind of slightly breaks the immersion a little bit, that you can't kind of open your door while you're sitting in it, or when you get out. But as I say, it's just kind of a minor thing. Anyway, we will have a look. We're going to do a quick walk around. I am just going to, this is almost like exploring the walk around, because I'm not entirely sure what it's going to let us do, but we've got some click spots. I guess that's just checking the skid there. Have a look around here. We'll remove the engine covers there. Can we do anything? Can we open up here and check for squirrels? Okay, no squirrels on board. We can close that. Yeah, you may, if you know the channel, you may well know that I love flying air ambulance in the H145. So interesting to fly this, although obviously we won't be able to do any air ambulance stuff. Let's have a look up here. I do love these textures, by the way. There's some really nice details. I noticed it when I was doing the little intro bit and just filming around this rotating beacon at the back, and it's some really nice detail in there. I like it. Has a very tactile, solid, realistic, helicopter-y kind of feel to it. Hello, we've got a click spot here. Okay, I don't know if we can really see much, but I guess that's us checking our fuel. Is there like a dipstick or something, or no? Okay, that's all good. Happy with that. We've got, oh, there we go, that's good. Got rid of the wheels. Now, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Can I get those back? I wonder if you can jack them up and move it around on them. That's interesting. Maybe not. Maybe that's just something we need to do. Okay, let's have a look in here. Squirrels always like to jump into the front. And this, oh yeah, that's the ground power. I guess that's the ground power unit, isn't it? Okay. Nice bit of detail in there as well. Okay, so I think we have prepared our helicopter. I haven't left any red bits hanging out of it, so happy with that. We will close the door, if I can get close enough. Okay, please don't tell me it's that click spot there, so I can't click the door handle. Come on. Okay. Nothing seems to happen when I hover over that. What about this one here? Nothing there. Can I use the handle? Yeah, okay, that's good. Can I use the handle here if I get close enough? Or it's just getting the right click spot, isn't it? The exterior rather than the interior piece. Okay, that's good. So we've closed the door. Everything's fine. And now if we click on this, we are in. I'm so excited to fly this. I love a helicopter. I absolutely love a helicopter. And I like, although I love doing air ambulance in the H145, I do love an analog cockpit helicopter as well. I'm a huge fan of Taug's Hanger's work. The 500C, the OH6A, and also the Huey. Beautiful. And also the llama and the Alouette, let's not forget. Okay, so I need to remember, I need to figure out how to start this. I'm just having a look down at the switches. I had a quick look at a video earlier on. So I think I have an idea of what we need to do. Okay. Yes, right. Okay, let's give it a try. As I say, this is very much first impressions. I wasn't one of the chosen few to get a preview copy, so I haven't had a chance to fly this or prepare for this, but I wanted to get a first impressions video up quickly because I wanted to fly it, and you know, I'm excited to fly it. We can take a journey together, can't we? Nothing to worry about there. Okay, so let's have a think. I am going to get a checklist up. I prefer a printed checklist, but that's quite a handy. I actually quite like where that is positioned. It's not too much in the way. Oh, the other thing was a little bit disappointed you can't use the TDS GTN XI. I do hope at some point we'll be able to do that. So I've had to download the PMS 750 to use there. But there you go. Right, covers, locks, tires removed, ground handling wheels removed. Yep, done that. Engineer takes were done. Main rotor blades, check condition. We had a good look at that. Tail rotor, we had a look at that. Static ports, yep. Power levers, both off. Let's have a look up here. Yep, off. Aus. It's a German helicopter, so nice to see a bit of German language up there. Rotor brake lever fully down. That's down there, isn't it? So let's have a quick. Just trying to see. Yep, so that's up. Why won't you go down? Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm going to do that again. Oh, okay. So you move, you click on it, and then if you slide the mouse, it's almost like an axis. There we go, rather than an on-off. Okay, I understand that now. I understand that. Circuit breakers in. They all look good. I wonder if they're modelled. Yeah. Okay, it's interesting. Bum, 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 bum. What do we get to? Battery switch on. Of course, this has got Echo 19 sounds as well, and I do love Echo 19 sounds. They are rather good. So we're not using the EPU. We're going to put battery on. Just letting you hear those lovely sounds. I will try and be quiet as much as I can so that you can hear those. Okay, right, voltmeter confirmed 24 volts minimum, ample. All the volts. Where did we get to? Warning condition lights test. That's the fire one, so that's okay. Ooh, lamp test, there we go. That's all good. Engine fire warning lights, we've done that. Mast mount indicator test. Now this is pretty cool. I've not got a helicopter that has got one of those in it, but this is basically it's a rigid rotor system, and it's basically just telling you how much force you're putting from the rotor blades into the rotor head, I suppose, into the mast. So it's just another instrument to keep an eye on so that you don't break things. Right, fuel quantity indicator, that's down here, isn't it? I think that's main tank, and that's the supply tank. So that's all good. Fuel pump, cycle each transfer boost pump, verify pressure. Right, where were the fuel pumps? I did see the fuel pumps. Are they up here? Is that where I saw them? Fuel pumps, supply tanks, main tanks. Fuel pumps, okay. Where are we looking at? Pressure. That's the oil. Oil temperature. I'm thinking that it must be that must be oh, okay. Interesting. So that must be on. And where I had it there was off. Yeah, so that must be on. Okay. And we've got the main tanks on. Okay, so let's just see. So see where those needles are now. Okay, coolio. So we've got four fuel pumps there for the supply tanks and the main tanks. And what did it say here? It said fuel pumps 4. So yeah, we've checked those. Cycle each transfer boost pump, verify pressure. So I guess actually what we're meant to do is go through each one. So I'll take that off. Those two are on to start off with. We can see good indication there, so that's absolutely fine. Flight controls, full free. As this is the first time I've flown this helicopter, it's quite important that I check my physical controls. But that's all looking good. Trim neutral. I haven't done anything with trim, so I'm guessing that's what that is going to be. So we are good there. Right, starting engine. Rotor area fire guard. We don't have a fire guard. Unfortunately, our co-pilot has left us. We don't have any of our crew. We don't have the cool doctor with his shades in the back. They're all in the officer's mess back at Lossy, ignoring us. Such a shame. Right, anti-collision light. Right, where did I see lights? I saw lights. They're up here, aren't they? So we're going to have anti-collision light on. Let's have that. Look, are we missing a bit of a texture there? Looks like we're missing a bit of a texture. I wonder if that's strobe. I'm guessing that's going to be strobe. Where do we go? Anti-collision light, fuel pumps, all 4 pumps on. And let's check down here. Yep. TOT confirm cold start below 150 degrees. Where I saw the TOT, so yeah, we are below 150 degrees. Very much so. I mean, we're right. We're almost. I think today. Well, I've got summer up here in Norway, so it's not going to be that cold. But it's yeah. It's not exactly baking. Talking of which, we've got a heat wave here in the UK this weekend. I can't believe how hot it is tonight. Crazy. Anyway, right. TOT confirmed cold start. We've done that. Starter switch guard is opened. They're opened. And starter switch engage, starter N1, monitor spool up. Press Drucken to unlock the power lever before moving off to idle. Press Drucken to unlock the power lever before moving off to idle. Okay, let's have a look up there. Just get an idea of what that's about. Drucken. Okay. There we go. So we're going to go boof and then boof. Let's just double check that again. Sorry for the technical terms there. If you don't know what boof means, I will explain later on. Pressure to unlock the power. Okay, that's good. And then power lever at 12-15% idle. And that's all good. Happy with that. Power lever accelerating. Okay. So let's give this a go. So we will go with the right engine. And at what point generator? Yep. Do we put the power lever to flight? Not yet. We're going to do that presumably after EPU start, hydraulic warning. I guess we're going to do that in a little bit. Okay, so 12. So it's kind of similar to normal starts with other helicopters. We just need to wait for our N1 to get to about 12 or 15%, and then we are good to go. I'm just having a look at the instrument panel just to make sure I have a vague idea of what the hell I'm doing, because it'd be embarrassing if I didn't, hey. Okay, so let's remember what we've got to do. So, come on, switch. Where's the click spot? Where's the up click spot for this? Come on. So we got a down. I want an up. Come on. What is going on? Is it the opposite? Okay, the Drucken. That hasn't gone into flight, has it? No. Let's have a look down here. That's all doing nicely. TOT is rising. Okay, start the switch off, guard down. Rotors advancing. TOT is absolutely fine, no issues there. Looks like we have a good start. Okay, so one quick thing, I popped outside so I missed it, is at N2 40% we need to put generator on, so we've got a generator on now. Let's have a quick look down here. Let's just check those. Oh yeah, you can see that. Generator 2 goes on and we're charging the battery. Excellent. Noticed outside the rotor animation obviously is a little bit odd, but I'm sure they'll fix it. I'm sure that's something that they will look at. It's one of the things, buying it day one, hour one. There's always a couple of little things that they need to look at. So maybe that's one of them, or maybe I'm just being too fussy. Who knows? Who knows? I love the sounds though. Okay, so let's do the same engine 2. So up here, Drucken. Come on, come on. That hasn't gone into flight, has it? No. I've got a weird thing. That arrow there, when you click that, it goes the opposite direction to the arrow. That's odd. That's a little confusing. Okay, so we can have generator on, and we can have you almost. See what I mean? If you look down at the start, the arrow's pointing up, but if I click now, it goes the other way. So you just got to remember it's the opposite motion to the arrow. Maybe it's just the way I have the have things set up on my side. Okay, so everything's fine. All pressure's good. Everything is looking lovely. Where do we get to here? Right. Blah blah blah. What issues here? We've got start. Why has it got start on engine 1? The starter is off, but it's saying the starter is on. We've got 2 good engine starts. N2 is where it should be. Not really sure why that has stayed on. Just having a look down here, nothing obvious there. How are we looking up here? I'm going to put the strobe light on now. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can't see why we have that issue. Right, engine anti-ice. We're not going to do the engine. We're not going to need that today. Not going to need the radios, and we are not going to be using the sat nav. But I'll leave that on there. That really is bugging me. If there's one thing I don't like, it's an amber light looking at you, and I do not know why that stayed on. Everything is definitely working, and we have 2 good engines, so that's odd. Okay, now this is the bit I've been dying to do. We're actually going to get to fly it. Let's have a look at, we've done starting engines. Let's have a look at in-flight, takeoff, doors closed, locked, warning caution lights off. Apart from that, that is really bugging me. Yeah, I can't seem to throw it. Do we have... okay, should have shown you this really. We've got all sorts of different things here. We can have a thick coaming or the thin one. We can have a turn coordinator, which I want actually. We can have random baggage, snowshoes, lots of options. We can have the covers that I've actually removed. Wire strike protection, we'll have that. That's always quite useful, especially where we're going. Functions is really, by the looks of it, the key, where all the keys are. Aero is if we're flying aerobatics, we can check our smoke colour, and then here is where you go to get the documentation, which is probably something that would have been quite useful for me, but we're jumping in and we're just going to see where we go. But I don't think... yeah, I think that's just going to be the way it is. Okay, we'll see how it flies. We'll see how it flies. Right. I mean, this is pretty incredible. It's got 50 plus liveries, 13 different variants. I mean, they really have put an awful lot into this pack, for sure. And it's lovely to see a good old helicopter like this one. I think it was the first, was it the first twin engine light helicopter? And it's about the only one that can do aerobatics, although there are some Lynx pilots that might argue with that, but yeah, quite incredible. Right, let's have the pitot heat on. Trim actuator is on, so that's all good. Happy with everything there. Happy with that, apart from that, but I'm going to try and ignore it, and let's put the engines into flight. So remember, they've got to go that way. That's the RPM warning going off. Starter light's gone out. Watching the instruments, torque. Good, torque came down, it didn't go into anything dangerous. N2 is fine. Everything's looking good. Our engines are winding up down there. Oh, listen to that. That is the sound of a helicopter. Okay, so first thing to do on this, what is really a test flight. Let's not beat around the bush. What I'm going to do is just get an idea of the handling, dial into it. It's interesting, you look at the mass moment thing, yeah, you see the slight movements as I move the stick, yeah. Yeah, just get an idea of the feel of it, dial into it. So it's going to be messy to start off with once I understand how the helicopter feels, how it flies. But my lord, there's nothing quite like getting into a new helicopter for the first time. And let's hope the campers aren't in their tents, because they might just get blown away. But let's see. Okay, let's concentrate. So coming up on the collective ever gently. Okay, let's do a quick hover check. Let's put a little bit of left skid down there. Everything's looking good. We're not getting any warnings. Okay, let's lift over the tents. Goodbye, tents. Oh, she's lovely. Very nice. Anti-torque pedals are quite responsive. I don't know, I'll have to get a bit more of a feel of it, but it reminds me a little bit of the Taugs hangar helicopters, where you really feel that relationship between the anti-torque pedals and what you're doing with the collective. Very much feel in control. Very responsive. This, by the way, is scenery from Cli4D Designs, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it's perfect. It's the Geirangerfjord scenery, and it's perfect for helicopter flying practice in a beautiful location. So it's why I've chosen it, because it gives us plenty of interesting little things to come and have a look at. So at the moment I'm just really getting a feel for it. But what we will do now is let's come down. Certainly get a feeling of inertia, the way we would kind of drifting that way. But let's have a look. So we're coming over the water. Love those sounds. My God, what is it about helicopter sounds? There must be something ingrained in it from my childhood. Love a good helicopter sound. Okay, that was there's a little bit of a fish-eyed lens effect there, so that took me by surprise, but let's have a look. Yeah, there's definitely a relationship between the collective and the anti-torque pedals. Having to kind of work those a little bit. Say goodbye to them. Let's head back up here, and we'll go and bother the cruise ship. Can't remember if this has got a pad on it. Let's just drift over here a little bit. The other thing is they're deceptive sometimes, and it's actually, let's be honest folks, it's actually quite cruel. Sometimes you find a ship that's got a lovely landing pad on it, and you come in and you set the helicopter down, you execute a beautiful landing on, and the damn helicopter just slips through the roof of the cruise ship, and you suddenly find yourself in the galley with a bunch of chefs looking at you. There we go. So we have got a landing pad. So this is quite a good opportunity to try a bit of precision landing. Our wind is 2 knots, 3 knots. And unfortunately I've got another screen in the way, so let's just move that. There we go. Okay, right. So wind is coming from that direction, so if I just come round and let's go for that helipad. This will be quite a test. could be a little bit messy. Dear me, that was interesting. That let's have a look from the outside. Okay, so that's why that felt odd. We have a false bottom. So there was me trying to do a nice little landing, and we hit that invisible floor there. But that's all right. That was a good test. That was a good opportunity to see how the helicopter feels doing something like that. Okay, so obstacles of that mast there and the big old thing there, so I'm going to lift and we'll head over that away up in front, get the hell out of here quick. Leave the campers alone. I think they've had enough of our antics. Let's head up here a bit. It's so beautiful to fly a nice helicopter, explore the scenery. There's such an incredible feeling of flight, I find, with helicopters. I find it really addictive, the fact that you can fly over scenery and like see a field and say, right, okay, I'm going to land in that field and explore. Really great fun. If you know my channel, you know I am utterly addicted, and I have no real world experience. Unlike fixed wing, I haven't got any hands-on flying experience with helicopters. I've only actually been in a Sea King back in the 80s, and that was in the back, so no experience flying helicopters whatsoever. But in the sim, it's absolutely addictive. Seem to remember up there's a kind of like a lookout place on the top of the mountain, so we'll definitely have a look at that. Just checking my trim. Yeah, my trim is working, that's good. Instruments are looking fine. What do we got down here? Yeah, that's all good. Oh, this has got such a lovely feel to it. Feels very alive. It's a nice challenge. It's certainly not running on rails. And Tyler, if you ever watch this, your sounds are superb. So yeah, the variants with this are really impressive. You've got your air ambulance, you've got military with or without air-to-ground missiles, there's mountain rescue, there's police. I mean, just a whole load of options for you to have a try of. We're just going to keep coming up here. I might be wrong, but I think it's up here somewhere from memory. But we'll go and have a look. We'll land up there and we'll scare the hell out of all the tourists. who have just come up here for a nice look at the beautiful Norwegian scenery, and then some Urbit arrives in a Dutch air ambulance. So I'm just keeping a nice climb in, but watching the instruments, don't want to over talk anything. Keeping that climb in. We have slowed up a little bit. Just going to put the nose down, checking that I'm not overdoing anything. Just a little bit cautious for the first flight. Don't want to break anything. Just get an idea of the behaviour of the helicopter. It's a nice little place there. Now, I wonder where this thing is. What's the? I don't know if I've gone too far that way. We're gaining some height, so we should be able to see it. Oh, what was that? Look at these beautiful mountains. Oh. Helicopters and mountains, it doesn't get much better than this. Isn't that stunning? How beautiful. So check the instruments again. Just not do anything silly. Let's come down here, let's do another landing. So back on the stick. Just trying to dial into the relationship between it's the muscle memory with the collective. Every helicopter is a little bit different. And it's just getting it, just so that you don't even really have to think about it. Your hands just do what needs doing. So I'm just going to gently. There we go. There's that relationship between the anti-torque pedals and the collective. Just like with Taug's Hangar, just having to, as we're coming in slower like this, and I am descending a little bit. Just having to be a little bit more on top of the pedals. So I'm slowly bringing us round, and then see if we can land on this this oddly bluey black bit here. I'm guessing that's actually a big lump of ice. Okay, that was good, getting some puffs of snow there, so that gives me an idea of how low we are. Twist this round a bit. There we go. Okay, let's come back off again. That was interesting. I was higher than I thought I was. So that wasn't particularly smooth, so I'm going to come round again. This is all good practice. I heartily recommend, I mean, you're going to do this anyway, you're not stupid, but this is such a good way of getting to know a helicopter, is doing this kind of flying, just exploring, messing about a bit, but ultimately you're dialing into the helicopter and getting to know it. Getting to know its quirks. Okay, so I'm not going to go quite that far this time. There we go, we're down. Oh, I love this helicopter. Okay, quick check of the instruments, everything's as it should be. No issues there. Okay, so I've just had a look at the map now and I think I can actually see where I was looking for, but I got distracted by these beautiful mountains, and why not? Who wouldn't be distracted? Okay, let's lift. Let's quickly check. Okay, wind is 2 knots from the left, so it's really nothing, and we're just going to slide forward over the edge. Anybody who's got a fear of heights, imagine doing that in VR. I need to get my VR set up. How beautiful. So note to self, I think I might have a play with my zoom level in chase plane for this pilot view and just dial it in. Let's have a look. If that's a little bit better. Can't stand you know, like a fisheye lens effect, which you get sometimes in certain views, and that, and with helicopters as well, I guess it's balance between having a really good awareness of everything around you, which of course you need with helicopters to understand what the helicopter's doing, but also it not distorting. I was noticing before when I was turning in to come in to fly slowly, like for example the hotel earlier, it looks like you're further away when you're side on and then suddenly you're head on, and it's like, wow, that's coming at me a lot quicker than I imagined. So this is our little spot here. So we picked up our hiker, who's very grateful to have a Dutch air ambulance come and collect them, and we're going to drop them off here so they can go and have a cup of tea and a glass of wine, beer, whatever they want, and we'll land in the car park. So again, another good chance to practice. First of all, I'll do a recce, just see what we've got. So I think I'm going to put her down, yeah, on the other side of that white bus. Quick check of the wind. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. Now, do you know what? I wonder if the wipers work. And I wonder if the wipers work if it's raining. That's something I want to test. Unfortunately, the H145, the wipers, you can turn the wipers on, but they do absolutely nothing. And it's just one of those little things that's a little bit, oh god, you imagine how cool it would be if the wipers actually removed the rain. Love the textures, just looking at the top of the dash there. The wear and tear on the top, that's really nice on the combing. Right, shut up Rob, concentrate on flying. Would everybody standing in the car park please stand to one side. Still need to dial into the collective feel on this helicopter. I'm so ingrained with the H145 and the 500C and the Huey, and this is slightly different. That's what I love about helicopters. Like a fixed wing, they're all a bit different. Right, let's just come in. Creep it forward. A little bit. There we go. That's it. And we're down. Okay. Yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. The like I say, the relationship between everything, the pedals, the collective, it's alive. It really is alive. You have to focus on what you're doing when you fly it in. Right, important stuff. Wipers. Let's have a look. What do we got? You don't mind, do you, if I just have a play with the helicopter and see if we can get the wipers? Not seeing anything there. Where's the wiper switch? Wiper, here we go. On park. So, oh, that worked then. It was in the right direction. Okay, so we got those. That's off. And that parks them. Nice. Okay. Right, let's change the weather. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Look at that! Look at that! It wipes the rain off the window. Oh wow. Stratoware and Miltech, I salute you. That's great. Park those and let's get our weather back. Where is it? A few clouds. There we go. So, all good. Quick check. Helicopter's happy. No issues with the engines. That just caught my eye, but it doesn't do anything. Let's have some air coming in. That's all good. Sorry, just having a bit of a play. Okay, so let's get back down to the valley and let's go and annoy our campers again. Hey. So, up with the collective. Quick cover check. Everything's good. Let's lift. And we'll head into wind. And then over the precipice we go. Okay. I don't normally do this in helicopters, but let's chuck it around a bit. I'm looking at the instruments. Watching the speed building. Looking at the mass moment there. Wow, you can hear the... you can hear the wind. There's part of me that's thinking I should try a loop, but there's something also in me that's saying it's a helicopter, you can't loop it. But should we give it a try? I've no idea how to loop a helicopter, but this could shorten the video, so let's get some speed up. And pull back. Oh god, this feels wrong in so many ways. Goodness gracious me. That should be illegal. Wow. Wow, that felt so wrong, but so good. Okay, right, let's just calm down a bit. Engines are okay, we've not broken anything, torque is good. So I've just lowered the collective just so that we can descend. We got a little bit high because I was doing those antics. We've got some lovely waterfalls over here. While we're trying to kill some height, we can go and have a look. This is all part of the Cli4D Designs scenery. Keeping that descent in. Just going to do a come round. I wonder what we've got in the way of blade slap. Should we try some blade slap? Now that we know how she flies gently. Where's the valley? There's the valley, okay. Let's give some speed. Okay, watching the mass moment indicator as well. Hearing any blade slap, but that's okay. Every helicopter's different. Maybe I'm just being a little bit too gentle. Right, watching the speed here. Very easy to overdo it. You can really hear the wind flowing over the canopy. Right. Beautiful. How gorgeous. Helicopters and nice scenery, you just can't beat it. Okay, so I'm just bleeding off some of the speed and then we can come back round to our field and say hello campers. The noisy yellow helicopter is back. Feeding that collective again. Just feeding for the biting points really, just having an understanding of where the where everything is. Oh boy. I'm a little bit in love. I've got to be honest with you. I'm a little bit in love. It's always tricky with aircraft. I never ask developers for freebies. Sometimes developers kind of see what I do and they get it, and and they get in touch, and I'm always incredibly grateful for that. So very much like everyone else, most of the time when it comes to aircraft, I have to make a decision: do I want to buy it or not? Do I want to actually part with me cash? And I'm a little bit more cautious these days because I've bought aircraft and I didn't really fly them. I'll never buy an aircraft that I don't think I'm going to like just to make a video. So I had given this a lot of thought, and I thought, no, do you know what? When it releases, I'm going to buy it because I've just got a good hunch about it. It's a nice analog helicopter. It feels like this is going to be a good fit for me and a good fit for the channel, and I'm not disappointed. It really is quite beautiful. Let's remember, so we've got to get that way. Okay, why isn't that? Oh, do we need to do that? Drucken? We need to Drucken. There we go. Don't forget the Drucken. I don't know what Drucken means in German, but if you can speak German, let me know. The only German I can speak is Das Hund ist auf dem Fernsehapparat. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. That and Ich habe eine Reservierten bitte, which is probably wrong actually. Okay, everything is calming down nicely, I think. I am not sure what the speeds are for the to put the rotor brake on in this helicopter, so I'm just watching what we're all doing, and I think I can probably get away with applying it now, so I've just got to remember. Let's move that there, generator off, and then let's give it a go. So it was slidey, wasn't it? There we go. Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing a thing. Both engines are, condition levers there are off. Do I need to pull this a bit more? No, that's as high as it will go. Doesn't seem to be having any effect. So, quick to myself, I've got the engines off. I have got the engines off. There's obviously something that I haven't done. Which means that our rotor is still going round. But what it is, I have no idea. How are the rest of our... That's okay, that's all good. Battery is still on. Do I need the generators back on again? Just to have a quick look. No? Okay. I don't know. There's obviously something that's keeping these rotors going, even though we've got the rotor brake on. What it is, I have absolutely no idea. But there you go. Rotors are turning. Anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed the video. I, as you probably could tell, had great fun flying that. That really was quite superb. Let's have a look at the checklist. Guarantee someone in the chat has already probably said, look at the checklist. Oh God, you know, before landing. All instruments, doors, approach briefing. Okay. Post-flight. 100% for steady flight, all instruments checked, all warning caution lights checked, landing light, fuel quantity, doors shut down. Power levers, both PCLs to idle begin 2 minute right. Cyclic stick, electric consumers, yep. Press Drucken to unlock the power lever before moving idle to off. Okay, we've done that. After 2 minute idle, I was probably chatting for long enough. Fuel pumps, we've done that. Generator switches, both of those are off. Starter switch guard open, we've done that. And starter switch to VNT, which is where I had it before, so I'll put it back. Bring rotor to a stop per limitations below 40%. NRO. So I'm kind of thinking that come on. Kind of thinking that should be stopping. So I'm not sure what is keeping it going. I shall have to have a look at that. But anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been an absolute blast flying it. Love this helicopter. If you like flying helicopters, I can absolutely recommend it. I always like to, I don't like telling people what to buy. I don't like the term influencer. I'm not trying to influence you. I'm showing you something. I'm sharing the sim with you. You influence yourself based on what you see and the decisions you make. And I very rarely say, yes, you know, you really should buy this. But I have to say, I am so glad I bought it. Really am. Great fun. And yeah, what can I say? Thanks for watching. And don't forget, we've got a Discord, link to that down below. And I look forward to seeing you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.